echoes of Blackwood Asylum. Last year, I relocated to a small coastal town called Ravenshore. It was an affordable, quiet place, ideal for starting over. That's when I first heard about Blackwood Asylum. It was an old state-run psychiatric hospital that closed decades ago. The locals whispered stories of the place being cursed or haunted, claiming no one who ventured inside ever stayed long. But as I soon would find out, it wasn't ghosts that made Blackwood terrifying. It was something far more sinister. It was a gray, stormy afternoon when I got off my 8-hour shift at the diner. I was scrolling through my phone when I stumbled upon a video that caught my attention. A man was walking past ruins, and for some reason, the scene felt familiar. Then it hit me. These ruins were right on the edge of Ravenshore, near the route I took commuting every day. The man paused at the edge of Blackwood Asylum, the building looming like a forgotten giant. The air in the video seemed thick, oppressive. The walls inside were covered with graffiti, some simple tags, but others were terrifying. Deep, jagged scratches, as if something had desperately clawed to escape. Then came the sounds: disembodied crying, faint whispers, a child's laughter echoing out of nowhere. The man entered what looked like a ward room, discovering rows of rusted, broken hospital beds. Some still had old leather restraints hanging loosely. Scattered across the floor were children's toys, but they weren't just randomly strewn. They seemed unnervingly arranged, like an unseen player was still tending to them. Then the video cut out. Black screen. No explanation. No goodbye. I couldn't stop thinking about it. How was that asylum just down the road? Forgotten, yet exuding such strong, dark energy. So, despite warnings from locals and my own fears, I decided to visit. Blackwood was worse in person. The broken windows resembled hollow eyes staring at me ominously. The air was thick with decay and neglect. Approaching closer, I felt as if invisible eyes tracked my every step. The main doors, though chained, had one side slightly ajar, enough to slip through. Inside, a suffocating darkness swallowed me. Decay, mold, and dust thickened the atmosphere. My flashlight illuminated walls, covered in ominous graffiti. Names etched with desperation, dates that spanned decades, cryptic warnings. Leave. They are watching. Down a hallway, I found a classroom. Overturned desks, chalkboards, smeared with faint words like help, and shadowy figures crudely drawn, faceless and haunting. Further, exploration led me to a dilapidated dormitory housing. Rows of rusted metal beds. Some mattresses had dark, suspicious stains that looked disturbingly like dried blood. Then I heard it. A low, eerie laughter that morphed suddenly into a chorus of children's laughter echoing through those empty halls. My flashlight flickered violently, and at that moment, a fleeting shadow darted just beyond my vision. Fear took over. I fled. I couldn't shake Blackwood from my mind. I started digging into its history. What I uncovered was gut-wrenching. Originally built in the 1940s to serve mentally ill children, Blackwood quickly became overcrowded and severely underfunded. Conditions worsened with every passing year. Children were left locked in dark rooms, tied to beds, subjected to cruel medical experiments without consent. One notorious doctor, Elias Crane, conducted secret hepatitis experiments on the children under the guise of treatments, while their anguished parents were kept in the dark. The kids were treated like lab rats, stripped of dignity or care. Eventually, a whistleblower sneaked in cameras and captured horrifying footage of the Asylum's true nature: children crawling naked on filthy, cramped floors, some tied down, others locked away for days without food or water. The footage went viral, causing public outrage. Blackwood was shut down. Its staff vanished into obscurity. The asylum wasn't just abandoned. It was a tomb, filled with the echoes of suffering that never left. Determined to document the truth, I returned with a camera. The place felt different this time. Cold, heavier, unnatural. I found offices with rotting files, dusty medical charts detailing the experiments, and more haunting drawings on the walls, each telling silent stories of pain. Suddenly, laughter echoed again, but this time it was followed by soft sobbing. I swung my camera toward the sound. The screen flickered, revealing a shadowy figure of a child crouching in the corner before vanishing. A chill ran down my spine. I turned to leave, and just as I stepped out of the main hall, I felt a cold hand clasp my shoulder. I spun around, heart pounding. No one was there. That night, black shadows haunted my dreams. The laughter and cries chased me. I shared my footage online, sparking debate. Some called it fake, others terrified. But I know what I saw. A week later, an elderly man reached out, claiming to be a former staff member. He handed me a rusty key, whispering, "The truth lies beneath." I returned once more. In the asylum's basement, the key unlocked a concealed door leading to a hidden chamber. Inside, I found a box filled with photos, notes, and old videotapes. I haven't dared open them. Sometimes, late at night, I hear faint laughter, coming not from the asylum, but from those unopened tapes. Blackwood isn't just a forgotten building. It's a living memory of torment. The children who suffered there deserve more than silence. Now, I avoid the old district, but sometimes, when the wind howls along the coast, I wonder, did I really escape Blackwood Asylum? Or did something escape with me?